The International Criminal Court, or ICC, was established in 2002 to prosecute individuals accused of genocide, war crimes, and crimes against humanity when national courts are unable or unwilling to act. But today, the world's only permanent war crimes court is facing one of the biggest crises in its history. Following the removal of Chief Prosecutor Karim Khan over serious misconduct findings, the court is now under mounting pressure from the United States and Israel. So why has the ICC become the target of two of the world's closest allies? And what does it mean for the future of international justice?
We've long had quarrels with them, and we have lunatics and crazies involved in the ICC that are talking about charging members of the U.S. military, maybe even the president or a future president, with crimes. And it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. We are not members of that court. We never signed on to that treaty. They need to understand that. If people want to sign on and be a part of that stupid organization, they can. But we're not going to be a part of it.
To understand the dispute, it's important to know how the ICC works. The court derives its authority from the Rome Statute, an international treaty signed by 125 countries. But the United States and Israel never joined that treaty. Their argument is simple: because they never accepted the court's jurisdiction. The ICC has no legal authority to investigate or prosecute their citizens or political leaders. That disagreement has existed for years, but it intensified dramatically after the Gaza war. The turning point came in 2024, when ICC prosecutors sought arrest warrants against Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant over alleged war crimes in Gaza. Earlier, the court had also issued a warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin over the deportation of Ukrainian children. Since then, Washington has imposed sanctions on senior ICC officials, arguing the court is overstepping its mandate. Israel has rejected the warrants outright. However, those warrants remain legally valid because they were issued by ICC judges after reviewing the prosecutor's applications, not by Karim Khan acting alone.
A third development that happened in recent days is the decision, supported by a large majority of states, to oust the General Prosecutor of the International Criminal Court. I believe this has exposed the fact that this man not only faced accusations of sexually harassing several women on his staff. This was the reason he canceled his visit to Israel and abandoned his earlier statements regarding the Israeli legal system and the need for a thorough review, and immediately pivoted to pursuing arrest warrants against me and against Yoav Gallant, the former defense minister.
Netanyahu argues the prosecutor pursued the Gaza case to divert attention from allegations against himself. Israeli officials have since called for the arrest warrants to be withdrawn. Human rights organizations and legal experts disagree. They argue the prosecutor's personal conduct and the legal merits of the Gaza case are separate issues because the evidence was reviewed independently by ICC judges before the warrants were issued. The battle has now moved far beyond one prosecutor. The United States has sanctioned senior ICC officials, warned partner nations against supporting the court, and repeatedly challenged its authority. At the same time, the ICC is searching for a new chief prosecutor while facing growing political resistance from several governments. Supporters fear that sustained pressure could weaken the court's ability to investigate future war crimes. Critics, however, say the ICC has expanded its powers beyond what sovereign nations ever agreed to. At its core, this is no longer just a story about Karim Khan or even the Gaza war. It is a debate over who gets to enforce international law. Should an international court be able to prosecute leaders accused of war crimes, even if their countries reject its authority? Or should sovereign states alone decide whether their leaders can be investigated? As the ICC enters a new chapter under interim leadership, that question will shape not only the court's future, but also the future of international justice itself.